Friends, this is one of the best decisions that I have made in my reselling career and my reselling business to make more money and spend less time. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what it is. I'm going to be sharing why it is actually working and helpful, and then how you can do the same thing. Let's jump right into it. I'm a reseller on Poshmark and eBay. I work 10, maybe 20 hours a week, including social media. So I am always looking at my numbers, looking at my data to make strategic decisions about my business. And I share with you how I'm doing this and how you can do the same. So it doesn't matter what you sell. I'm going to be walking you through the analytics, walking you through the numbers, and don't turn off, because I know numbers can be scary, but I show you step by step on how to do the same for you so that you can increase your gross revenue while decreasing your money, or while decreasing your time, or just make more money and focus your time on what is working for you. So what am I doing different, or what did I do that is the best decision? And it's niching down. Now, I know this is not going to work for everybody, but some of these, you can gain some of what I'm going to tell you for every single person, no matter what you sell. Niching down works for me, and I'm going to tell you why, but I'm going to show you how I decided it as well. So niching down is essentially focusing on one part of the business, one thing to sell. I sell women's clothing, shoes, and purses. That's always been my niche. I've tried to do some other things, and it just doesn't work for me. But even within women's clothing, shoes, and purses, I'm niching down even more. And the why behind this, the why is it's faster. It is faster to take photos. If I am taking photos of all the same thing, my setup is the fastest. You get into a rhythm. You know exactly what you need to take measurements of. I can take photos of jeans, and I can take photos, I can take measurements, I can get a SKU, a weight, and put it away in under 2 minutes an item. In women's clothing, in everything, time is money, but in women's clothing, it's definitely a volume game. And so niching down has helped me to improve my volume and increase my sales because I am doing things a lot faster. You have faster cleaning because you have processes. You're not having to figure out how to clean this or what this is. All I really clean, honestly, is shoes if they need it. Sometimes clothes, will have a spot removal, I'll have to do it. But for the most part, I don't buy things that need a lot of cleaning because time is money, and I'm fortunate to live where there's a lot of thrifting. And so I can get enough volume without having to do a lot of cleaning. But for shoes, I can sit down and do all of the shoes, or I pay my niece sometimes in inventory to do it for me, because you're doing all of the same thing. Are you noticing a trend here? When you're doing the same repetitive thing, it is going to lessen your time. And you're going to become an expert. If all you're doing is cleaning shoes, and you've been cleaning shoes for 3 years, you are going to learn all the tips and tricks to do it quickly. If someone handed me a golf club, it would probably take me 3 hours from beginning to end to get that listed, to figure out what it is, to figure out if it's even worth anything, to figure out how to clean it, to list it, what photos do I need of it, right? Are you seeing where I'm at here? Not to say you can't make money on golf clubs, but I do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't have to look up how to clean shoes. I can sit down or have my niece sit down and clean the shoes. And the same goes with sourcing and listing. You are now the expert. Very rarely am I looking up comps at a thrift store because I have been doing this for a while. I don't need to look up comps. I have been doing this for a while. I know what good quality clothing is. I know what the trends are for women's clothing, shoes, and purses. I know, and then it goes for listing as well, because you are listing, if you list jeans, strictly jeans, you're not having to look up, hey, are these boot cut? Are these low rise? Are these mid rise? You can cruise through your listings and become the expert in that. So it is saving me time, increasing my volume, and making me more money. Now, before you stop and say, okay, that makes sense, I am going to show you exactly how I decided to do this. And so no matter what you are selling, this is going to work for you. I'm going to show you with my data, because that's what I have, but you can look at what is working for you and figure it out. Or if you're new to reselling, I will show you how to figure it out on eBay if you do not have data. So what we're going to be looking at here, that's a lie. There's nothing that came up. There we go. I don't know why I didn't come up. So what we're looking at here is the Sarah Style Sales and Trends Dashboard. If you're new to the channel, this is a Google Sheets. It is for purchase down below with a coupon code. It's a one-time purchase. You put your information and your data, and you have access to all these charts and many more that I'm not showing in this video to be able to make strategic decisions about your business. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down. This is just 28-day. This is your monthly. We're going to scroll down to the simulator. The simulator is going to look at your data. It's looking at your active listings. It's looking at your sell-through rate, your average sale price, and telling you go ahead and put in, hey, my goal is 10,000 gross revenue a month. That is customizable. You could be a part-time reseller and say, I want to make $1,000 a month. That's sufficient for me. I want to make $1 million a month. It is completely customizable. And then it looks at your data and it shows you exactly what you need to do. Based off of your average sell-through rate, based off of what your average sale price is, and based off of how many active listings, this is what you need to do. It's ridiculous to say, hey, you have an average sale price of $20, and in order to make $10,000 a month, you need to have an average sale price of $150. You don't have the knowledge for that. You likely don't have the sourcing knowledge for that, right? So my average sales price tends to be around $30 to $40. So this is based off of my average sale price. My average sell-through rate tends to be, 10, 15%. So this is telling me exactly what I need to do, what my sell-through rate needs to be, what my average sale price needs to be, and how many active listings I need to get to. It will go in and do this for you. So what I did from here is said, hey, my average sell-through rate is 10%. Anything over 10%, I'm going to look at what categories that I currently sell in that are over 10% and have an average sale price over $35. These are what I'm going to be niching down in, because the more that I can do of this, the closer I'm going to be getting to that $10,000 gross revenue a month. So we're going to come on over here and go to the inventory. I'm looking at October because this is around the time that I was really starting to niche down a little bit more. Like I said, I do women's clothing, shoes, and purses, but I was like, what can I niche down into even more? Because my photo process was taking a little bit longer. What is really working well for me? And so anything we'll have over here is your sell-through rate. If you're new to reselling or new to the channel, or you just have never really understood sell-through rate, I'm throwing that jargon out there. Let me explain what that is. Your sell-through rate is how many you've sold out of how many that you have for sale. It's a percentage. If you have sold all of the pairs of jeans that you have for sale, you have 100% sell-through rate. It's going to depend on the time period. We're looking at monthly sell-through rates. You can look at daily sell-through rates. You can look at annual sell-through rates. I'm talking monthly sell-through rates here. So anything over 10%, I am selling 10% of these categories that I had. When I was talking sell-through rate for the month, on average, I am selling 10% of what I have purchased. Is a better metrics than quantity sold, because if you say, hey, I've sold 100 pairs of jeans, you don't know how good that is. If you only have 100 pairs of jeans, that's a phenomenal thing. If you have 2,000 pairs of jeans, that's not a very great metrics, right? Which is why we look at the percentage. So you're looking at your sell-through rate over here, and then on the bottom is your average sale price. Your BOLO, so your highest sell-through rate and your highest average sale price, is going to be up here on the top right. For me, it's going to be sleepwear. I think I sold in that month I think for Halloween. So this is why you have to know your data, because this is not my typical. For Halloween, I sold like an Eeyore onesie sleepwear thing because it was Halloween and it was absolutely for a costume. Sweaters is up there. This is not something I can sell all the time, but it's something that I am being mindful of. I have a 27% sell-through rate here and an average sale price of $39. But what I'm wanting to look at is anything that's above this $35 and above my 10% sell-through rate. The higher, the better. But I also have to be mindful of things that I am seeing all the time. Am I finding Eeyore onesies all the time? No. Are they going to be selling like this all the time? Absolutely not, because it's not always October, right? So what are things that I see a lot? And we're going to come down here to jeans. This is something I've absolutely started niching down in. I've done a couple of videos, and I'll link them up above, of my top selling jean brand. So what I'm really niching down, what I'm looking for when I am purchasing jeans. My sell-through rate here is 16%. So that's significantly better, which means that it's going to increase my revenue even more than that 10%. And my average sale price here is $36. I've also timed myself in taking jeans. It is one of the fastest categories that I can take photos of, as well as listing. I pay a virtual assistant to list, but I'm in constant communication with them. And jeans is very easy to list because it's very straightforward. You know, you have like your style, most jeans tell you in it, your size. It's pretty straightforward with jeans. So I've definitely started niching down with jeans. Shoes as well. My sell-through rate there is 13%, not nearly as good, but I find a lot of shoes, they're selling at 13%, my average sale price of $37. Something I have been doing though, because shoes do take up a little bit more space. I'm mostly out of space here, so I can put 2 pairs of jeans in the same place that I can put a pair of shoes. So I have been more mindful of what shoes I'm picking up, because I really do want that average sale price to be slightly higher than that $35, because it is something that's taking up a little bit more space. Bags is always on my radar. However, you will come over here and look at my bags. 14% sell-through rate, average sale price of $54. I don't find as many good quality bags. They don't take me as, can't take photos of them as quickly, because you kind of have to stuff it, take a picture, take a lot of measurements inside. It's a lot more work. So I will pick them up, which is why I have a high average sale price. But it's not something that I can do as quickly. It takes me longer when I'm sourcing as well to go through all of the bags, just because of the way that the thrift store has them set up. Jackets is up there, 18% sell-through rate, average sale price of $45. So that's something, but that's not something I can do all the time. So I'm definitely doing that during the winter. I'm filming this in March of 2022. So coming into summer, my thrift stores don't really have them out anymore, as well as people aren't really buying them. Although I do ship international, so sometimes, but it's not something that I'm focused on. So what I've been doing is really niching down into shoes and jeans. You can see behind me, I do have, some tops, some dresses, but these have to be killer for me. These have to be significantly higher sell-through rate, significantly higher average sale price for me to pick them up. Now, before you stop and say, hey, I don't have access to my data, what do? You can check out Terapeak. If you don't know, eBay has Terapeak data. I've heard that it's free now for everybody. You used to have a store for it. I will link a video up here on how to use Terapeak data, but you can go in and look at eBay's database and say, hey, okay, this is what I need. I need a 10% sell-through rate. These are the categories that I sell. What categories are hitting that? And then dig deeper into what brands, what styles. You can do all of your research, spend a couple hours. Yes, it's kind of mind-numbing and seems wasteful, but if you do your research up front and spend a couple hours knowing what to look for that is going to produce you more sales and produce you more volume, you will make more money. If you like this video, YouTube also thinks you'd like this video, I will link a playlist here of how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button.